A circus performer in an aquarium car with crocodiles. Berlin, 1933. Italian traveler Attilio Gatti with 2 hired pygmies and a gorilla caught by them in the Belgian Congo, 1930. A visitor with a candle in her hand smiles at the large collection of skulls in the catacombs of Paris. 1935. A crowd watching a British airship fly over the port of Ostend during World War I, 1914. Actor Johnny Eck, who was born with an underdeveloped lower torso, poses for a promotional photo for the famous movie, Freaks, 1932. Women learn to shoot in prison on Roosevelt Island, New York, 1932. Welsh spiritualist Colin Evans feigns levitation by jumping up and down in total darkness and filming himself with an infrared camera. London, 1939. Bourne City citizens await the appearance of the Virgin Mary at the viaduct, not far from the Christian school, where children allegedly observed her the day before. Belgium, 1933. The telepath tries to hypnotize the chimpanzee, 1941. The tactical trick of soldiers during the Mexican Revolution, 1913. Soldiers of the British Royal Horse Artillery on pack horses. The animals turned out to be so obedient that they allowed the soldiers to perform tricks like these, 1915. Robert Kennedy and West Berlin Mayor Willy Brandt look through the Berlin Wall, February 22, 1962. Exercises at the Sint Willebroeders Mental Hospital, Netherlands, Henk Blansjaar, the 14th of February 1956. Faces of War. A banquet for French soldiers who received grievous injuries during World War I, Henri Manuel, Paris, 1925. Billy, the elephant at the Los Angeles Zoo, was shot. Old elephants can become uncontrollable, and the zoo staff decided to protect themselves. 1939. Dr. Heinz makes an injection of fluids taken from a live hair to a person, which, together with ultraviolet radiation and gymnastics, should lead to rejuvenation. Berlin, 1925. American singer Al Johnson, portraying a black man on the set of the movie Bar of Wonders. 1934. The Hungarian engineer Stefan nailed near the machine he invented supposedly made people and inanimate objects invisible. 1935. 8-year-old Freddie McIntosh in a sun protection suit. The boy's skin is very sensitive to daylight due to illness. Ivan Unger, a member of the Flying Black Gnats, and Gladys Roy are shown playing tennis on the wings of an airplane in flight. Burbank, California. Celebrating the harvesting of California's 1930 grape crop, one of the largest on record, Society Girls of Burbank staged their open-air festival in the famous McClure Vineyards, during which they crowned the 1930 Queen of the Vineyards, to rule over the $50 million yield. Photo shows Wilma Smith, buried in grapes, eating a sample. 3 late 1920s-era cars and about 10 people apparently camping or picnicking perilously near the edge of the Palouse River Canyon in Washington state. Surprised spectators look on in amazement as Miss Beth Pitt takes her pet fawn, Star Message, for a walk in Midtown New York on November 16, 1942. Earlier in the day Miss Pitt paid a fine of $2 in court for letting her pet to roam free in Central Park. Commander Richard Byrd, wearing a specially designed leather helmet and mask, used during his flight from Spitsbergen over the North Pole and back. Commander Byrd and pilot Floyd Bennett used a Fokker plane, making the trip of 1,360 miles in little more than 15 hours. The uniform mob of smiling humanoid mice seen here were gathered for an early meeting of the Mickey Mouse Club in Ocean Park, California, circa 1930.